May the 25th, amphibians. May is usually the month we start to see tadpoles. Tadpoles of newts tend to be long and thin with projecting adhesive organs called balancers at the side of their heads. They also develop their front legs first, whereas frogs and toads develop their hind legs first. Toad tadpoles can usually be distinguished from frog tadpoles, as they have rounder tips to their tails compared to the pointy ones so typical of frogs. They also tend to be black on their upper surface and grey below, compared with the olive colours and speckling typical of frogs. Newt tadpoles tend to look more yellow. Being able to tell common, marsh and edible frogs tadpoles apart in the field is more challenging, as resorting to dental formulas may be the only answer. Even the adults are difficult to separate. Common tadpoles come in a wide range of colours, from albino, yellowish, brownish through to dark green. Edible frogs are noted for being a vivid bright green, which common frogs never are. Marsh frogs range from brown to green in the same way that common frogs do, but lack the black patch that common frogs have behind their eyes. Marsh frogs are also usually larger, up to 15 centimeters in length, with distinctly pointed snouts. When marsh frogs are singing, they have large vocal sacs and can be quite noisy, whereas their other name of laughing frog. The sexual life of marsh frogs and edible frogs is quite a complicated affair. Edible frogs, Rana esculenta, are produced when a male pool frog, Rana lesoni, mate with the female marsh frog, Rana ribunda. When edible frogs mate with each other, they only produce female marsh frogs. Luckily, they prefer to mate with pool frogs, in which case their progeny are all edible frogs. Consequently, the difference between a marsh frog and an edible frog can at best be slight. When they both hold their hind legs up close to their body, if their heels overlap, it's likely to be a marsh frog, and if they do not, an edible frog. Luckily, all three can be found on Crane Park Island Reserve, where they are capable of creating quite a chorus. Reptiles. All our reptiles are now active and still mating. The adder is the first to stop chasing females, usually in mid-May. The rest may be encountered coiled together or chasing each other the whole of the month. They are all feeding, surprisingly taking quite different prey. Slow worms are happily devouring snails and slugs and sucking the contents of the occasional earthworm before swallowing it. Common lizards prefer insects and spiders, but will also suck earthworms, but prefer not to swallow them. Grass snakes have a diet consisting almost entirely of frogs, newts, and toads, even eating their tadpoles and eggs. Adders are the most catholic in their tastes, eating mice, voles, shrews, nestlings, eggs, most of our amphibians, and even slow worms. In London, slow worms are our most abundant reptile, being well distributed on endless railway embankments. Grass snakes are second in numbers, preferring undisturbed grassy areas close to water, as well as the edges of golf courses and gravel pits. Common lizards come next, with small numbers being found again on railway sidings, mainly in southeast London. Adders are our least common reptile, being virtually extinct except for one or two locations on South London heaths.